Russia said on Tuesday that its forces had taken control of Orlivka, a frontline village situated about 4 kilometers (2.5 miles) west of Avdiivka in eastern Ukraine. The reported capture comes a little over a month after Russian forces seized the nearby town of Avdiivka following one of the bloodiest battles in the war in Ukraine. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius announced on Tuesday a €500 million $542 billion aid package for Ukraine, which includes 10,000 rounds of ammunition, and said the United States was still a reliable partner. "We have once again put together an aid package worth almost €500 million, Pistorius told reporters on the sidelines of talks with the United States and other allies at Ramstein Air Base. He also said he had nothing to add to Germany's position that there would be no boots on the ground in Ukraine. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin promised on Tuesday that the United States will not let Ukraine fail in fighting off Russia, even as further aid remains stalled in Congress and Kiev's forces face shortages of munitions. The Republican-led House of Representatives has been blocking $60 billion in assistance for Ukraine, and the United States has warned that a recent $300 million package would only last a few weeks. "The United States will not let Ukraine fail," Austin said at the opening of a meeting in Germany of Ukraine's international supporters, at which he is seeking to secure further assistance for Kiev. "We remain determined to provide Ukraine with the resources that it needs to resist the Kremlin's aggression," he said. Washington announced $300 million in assistance for Ukraine last week, but Austin said it was only possible due to savings on recent purchases. "We were only able to support this much-needed package by identifying some unanticipated contract savings," Austin said. French land forces are ready to respond to any threat as they prepare for even the toughest engagements, their commander said in remarks published on Tuesday. The statement from Ground Army Chief of Staff General Pierre Schilk comes after President Emmanuel Macron said he would not rule out dispatching ground troops to help Ukraine fight Russia. "The French army is ready," Schilk wrote in an op-ed piece in the French daily Le Monde. "However the international situation may evolve, French people can be certain that their soldiers stand ready to respond," he said. Schilk said a display of French military capabilities would help to deter any attack on France. To protect itself from any attack and to defend its interests, the French army is preparing for even the toughest engagements, he said. Russia said on Tuesday that its forces had taken control of Orlivka, a frontline village situated about 4 kilometers (2.5 miles) west of Avdiivka in eastern Ukraine. Moscow has made a number of gains in recent months, pressing its advantage on the battlefield as Kiev struggles with shortages of ammunition and troops. On the Avdiivka front, units of this center grouping of troops liberated the village of Orlivka, the defense ministry said. The reported capture comes a little over a month after Russian forces seized the nearby town of Avdiivka following one of the bloodiest battles in the conflict. President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday called on the FSB security service to identify and punish pro-Ukrainian Russian fighters who have taken part in an increasing number of deadly attacks on border regions. "About these traitors, we must not forget who they are, we must identify them by name. We will punish them without statute of limitations, wherever they are," Putin said, calling Russians fighting against their country scum. Russia's Belgorod region bordering Ukraine plans to evacuate 9,000 children following an uptick in deadly Ukrainian shelling, the region's governor Vyacheslav Gladkov said Tuesday. Kiev's attacks on the territory have killed 16 people since last week, with shelling intensifying in the run-up to elections poised to keep President Vladimir Putin in power until 2030, authorities say. "We are evacuating a large number of villages, and now we are planning to evacuate about 9,000 children because of the shelling by the Ukrainian armed forces," Gladkov told a meeting of ruling party members. "I am proud that the residents of the region did not succumb to the difficult situation and that many more people came to the polling stations than ever before," he said. The new head of Russia's Navy was formally presented in his new role for the first time on Tuesday at a pomp-filled ceremony, the state RIA news agency reported, confirming the appointment of Admiral Alexander Moiseev as acting head of the Navy. His appointment follows a series of sustained Ukrainian attacks on Russia's Black Sea Fleet, which is traditionally based in Crimea, which Moscow took from Kiev in 2014. Moiseev replaces Nikolai Yevmenov, the previous head of the Navy. RIA showed video of a ceremony at the port of Kronstadt near St. Petersburg where it said Moiseev was presented as acting head of the Navy. He served on nuclear submarines for more than 29 years and has been decorated as a hero of Russia, the country's top military award. He was appointed acting commander and then commander of the Black Sea Fleet in 2018 and then appointed commander of the Northern Fleet in 2019 before taking up his current role.